Good morning and welcome to our reflection for Wednesday the 9th of April. And I'm reading from John chapter 12. 6 days before the Passover, Jesus came to Bethany where Lazarus lived, whom Jesus had raised from the dead. Here a dinner was given in Jesus' honour. Martha served, while Lazarus was among those reclining at the table with him. Then Mary took a pint of pure nard, an expensive perfume. She poured it on Jesus' feet and wiped his feet with her hair, and the house was filled with the fragrance of the perfume. But one of his disciples, Judas Iscariot, who was later to betray him, objected. Why wasn't this perfume sold and the money given to the poor? It was worth a year's wages. He did not say this because he cared about the poor, but because he was a thief. As keeper of the money bag, he used to help himself to what was put in it. Leave her alone, Jesus replied. It was intended that she should save this perfume for the day of my burial. You will always have the poor among you, but you will not always have me. Meanwhile, a large crowd of Jews found out that Jesus was there and came not only because of him, but also to see Lazarus, whom he had raised from the dead. So the chief priests made plans to kill Lazarus as well, for on account of him, many of the Jews were going over to Jesus and believing in him. Now, Sylvia preached on this passage on Sunday and very well, very beautifully, and it's hard to find something different to say about it really. But Jesus was having dinner with his friends. Lazarus and his two sisters lived about 2 miles from Jerusalem, so it was probably a very convenient stopping place on his way to and from the city. And they shared a home. So there would have been set roles in their relationship, as there was in their relationship with Jesus. Mary liked to sit at Jesus' feet and listen to his teaching, so she was taking the role of a disciple. This didn't suit Martha at first, but Jesus spoke up in defence of her. So Martha busies herself with the domestic arrangements, and that's how she demonstrates her devotion to Jesus, the much-loved family friend. Lazarus, by his being raised from the dead, is a living testament to the power Jesus has over death. So actually, if these three friends had known that Jesus was going to die, they probably wouldn't have been too worried. They would simply have assumed that he could use his power to overcome and conquer death as he had for Lazarus, which of course he eventually does for himself. But for now, he will be accepting and embracing his fate, because it's part of God's master plan to redeem human beings, literally to buy us back and save us from the sin that engulfs us. The other disciples don't like it when Jesus tries to speak of his death. They try to talk him out of going to Jerusalem because of the danger. But it seems as if Mary knows this is his fate, and she's offering this beautiful gesture of comfort and love at the risk of her own reputation. In fact, Jesus even says it was intended that she should save this perfume for the day of my burial. So it's a prophetic act from a beloved disciple and close personal friend. Mary's act symbolises much more than she knows. So Mary liberally pours out this expensive perfume all over Jesus' feet and dries them with her hair. It's actually a very sensual act, showing humility and devotion. And the house would have smelt amazing. I've always thought of nard as spikenard. I make soap and balms and things, and that's what I'm aware of it being called. It's lavender. But lavender grows prolifically in that area and would not have been expensive. So it's possible that the perfume Mary poured out so liberally was from a flower that doesn't grow in that region. The other option for nard is a flower of the honeysuckle family, which would have been transported from India or the Himalayas of Nepal, hence the price tag of a year's wages. No wonder Judas was appalled. He betrayed his Lord for a bag of coins, 30 pieces of silver, contrasting the value that he put on the life of Jesus. And what about us? Jesus gave up everything for us. Let us, like Mary, be extravagant and passionate in our worship and our witness, and try to live up to our calling to be disciples. The songwriter Bryn Howarth sings this prayer. Perhaps we can make it ours. Fill us with a vision to see your kingdom come. Help us, Lord, to set the captives free. Set our hearts on fire with a passion for your Son. Oh, but Lord, start with me. Amen.